Hey, black women. I had been watching a few videos, right, of black women talking about the other black women who are black male worshippers and black males pushing this whole video related scenario and script about men aged like wine and women aged like spoiled milk. Now, first off, let's be real clear about shit in real life, right? That's not a saying at all. That is bullshit they created to try to keep young girls having sex with older dudes that are going to baby trap them and poverty trap them. Let's stop playing around with it. That's all it is, right? Secondly, we all know as a matter of fact that we have been saying since YouTube had a black woman sector, white women age like spoiled milk. Black women never come close to aging like any other woman who looks fucking horrible. And we know that to be a fact, right? You could look at me, you could look at Bo Talley, you could look at Wendy Ida, and that other bodybuilder that's like 86 years old. Her name is Ernestine something. I don't remember her last name, right? But there are extraordinary black women in real life, not on YouTube, but in real life, who are in their 60s, their 70s, and even 80s that look better than other women who are in their 20s, 30s, and whatever, any other age. So let's cut the bullshit, right? The reason these dudes and these ridiculous women who are making money off of misguiding and trying to hoodwink and gaslight black women is all because of the fact that young girls and women in general are understanding that you can do bad by yourself. And when we say these things, we specifically mean by not being involved with black males. Now, you could get a man, a functional man of any kind from any other race that is actually going to do right by you and not try to abuse you as well. And one that is not friends or thinks that black males are some type of cool male form of masculinity. Because anytime any white dude, Hispanic dude, or any other type of dude thinks that being around or having so many black male friends is a cool thing and it makes him cool, he's not a guy that black women need to get involved with. Any man that is idolizing, worshiping, or socializing heavily with black males and they're not a black male, they're not a good match, or should they be considered for any type of relationship with black women, because they're going to be socialized to believe all types of negative stereotypes about you that these black males pump onto social media 24 hours of the day with the intention of trying to make other men that are interested in black women not want to bother with us, not want to deal with us, because they believe these lies and these misrepresentations of us and all of these skits and scams and elaborated schemes these people come put together to kill our reputation and make us look horrible on a collective level. But I do understand that not all people who see these things are really that stupid, and they have more sense to understand that that is not, how black women are collectively. We're not all of these negative stereotypes that were created by other people about us because of anti-blackness. That is not who we are. So, but the whole reason why these people, these women, these black women, and these black males are out here making these videos all of a sudden where everybody's posting it now, where some old dude or some ugly young dude that thinks he's fine is coming on and talking about, Black women, you need to get, literally they want to say black women, but they can't do that without getting in trouble, right? Or having the jig blown where it's identifiable that you're targeting black women because you're having the worst time getting into relationships with them because they don't want you. And that's the honesty of it, right? Let me tell you something. Before this whole movement on YouTube where, black women started this, I don't want to be married. I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to be child free. They took away Roe versus Wade, so I'm not really into sex, because if they're trying to take away the control I have over my own body and the decision to have children or not, I might as well not participate in it at all, because I don't want nobody telling me what to do with my body. Women have not been doing the things that they normally do, and it is showing, whether people want to acknowledge it or not, because before all this happened, right, let's say like a year and a half ago, I could vividly remember going in and out of my building, going in and out of the mall, and there would be black guys around me, right? But not one person would ever freaking hold the door for me, right? Open the door for me, tell me excuse me when it wasn't enough room to get past me, right? They would just go by. Nah, what are you doing? Come on, every time I'm trying to make a video, stop acting up. Go over there, go wherever the hell you were. Just stop acting up. What are you doing? Where you coming from? These dudes. All right. So nobody would hold the door, open the door for me, say excuse me when they pass, and they're always passing by you so close where they got to somehow make some kind of contact with you. They're just ridiculous, right? So this was going on. So, but now that a lot of black women are not giving these dudes the time of fucking day, now it's like they say excuse me, they opening doors, they're trying to wait for you to come through it, even if you hesitate or don't want to go through it like I do. I go, no, okay, I'm good, you don't have to hold the door for me. They still trying to stand there holding the door for me. So this is all part of the bullshit, right? So in order for these assholes to feel like they still have some type of access to black women and young girls, they need to always come up with a new fucking script, a new fucking go, or a chance at trying to turn the dynamics around once again to, oh, if you don't get a guy, and whenever they say guy, they're always talking about black males, right? If you don't get a black male before you're 30-something, 40-something, 20-something, you're going to be done, because thus, males supposedly age like wine, when we know that's not true. And women, aka black women, because they're not talking about other women, because they don't really know shit about other women. Let's be honest, right? So it's not truly that, because we could see that the whole fucking world could see that when black women age, we don't age like other women. Look at me. I don't have fucking wrinkles. I don't have none of that shit, all right? I don't have none of that anywhere. No fucking wrinkles any fucking where. Look at how fucking smooth my skin is. I have an indentation because my face has gotten fatter over the years, but when it wasn't as fat, my skin used to be like that. All right? So if I was a person to be very vain like all these white women and others and get the fucking fillers in here to make it not look like that, not have the separation there, right? They call them parentheses. Not to have the parentheses there, then my face would be almost perfectly flawless, because my skin is beautiful. It really is. And I am damn near 60. So for these people to be talking about men age like wine and women age like spoiled, first of all, you're getting the whole saying wrong. It's white women who age like spoiled milk, because that is the truth. They can't even get to 30 without all these fucking crow's feet, wrinkles, all type, look like a crumpled up piece of paper, their face, by 30. Get out of here, man. Stop the bullshit. You know what's crazy about this whole thing is that black males are so fucking immature, so insecure, so uncomfortable in their own black skin that they can't even live life. Just be in this fucking world by yourself. Just be comfortable with yourself. Be comfortable with the skin you're in. Stop worrying about having a relationship or being with a woman. Like, this is what all this shit is about. Because they can't stay in their own company. And then when you really think about what are black women doing with these fucking dudes, but fucking up their lives and putting themselves in situations where they're gonna probably end up getting killed or beaten half the fuck to death. I know a lot of you've been falling for or listened to that whole stupid shit with that young girl with the 50 fucking part series of who the fuck did I marry, right? Which is a huge takeaway from an old fucking show that you guys probably don't even remember because you're not old enough to even know that it ever existed, okay? That is an old fucking show. And she probably took that storyline from that fucking show. But that show is like 20-something years old. Maybe not that old, but it's old. It's older than a lot of you young people these days. I can't even remember when that shit was out because it was a long time ago. That was the name of the show. Who the fuck did I marry? Literally, that was the name of the show. They didn't literally spell it out, but they bleeped the shit out and put the hyphenation in it. But that was the name of the show. Who the fuck did I marry? Crazy, right? So this girl, because of the fact that there's colorism, ageism, and texturism and every fucking thing else where it concerns black women, she had to go digging in the crates to find something just so she could get some money for her time and her effort in putting in videos onto YouTube, because the only people here that black women want to patronize and everybody else is black women that they feel is assimilated or as close to white as possible that they can tolerate because of anti-blackness. And it's a fucking shame. It really is, right? And Buddha, can you please leave my fan alone before you break it or knock it down? Thank you. So it's a fucking shame. It really is sad and it needs to stop, you know? And it is nice that people got together money and sent this girl to London because that's where she wanted to go. But check this out, right? You know it does cost a little bit, but it's not like you can't do it. All right? Because I've showed you that myself when I went to Paris, and I go to France all the time. I just recently said I was going to go with my girlfriend who lost her mom because she's grieving for my birthday, maybe, but probably it's not looking like we're going to go now because she's still not ready. But I'm going to go with her to London to visit her family after her mom passed, right? That's my thing to do for her when she's ready. Okay. It is so amazing all the things that black women do on here when it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Like, if you want to just send a girl, put your money together and send her, or do like the things I've shown you guys. Go put the travel alerts on Google Travel or Google Flights, and put the alerts for the amount that you want the tickets to be. Google does all of that, and it will keep track of the flights and let you know when is the best time to go, the most affordable time to go. None of this shit is hard, but it's because black women, you're coming from a mindset of too much lack and too much fucking desperation. So things are getting all jumbled and all crazy. And this is why when you do all this type of stuff, this is why these black dudes keep doing the shit they're doing with these videos all the time, and these silly ass women that are playing along with them, these black male worshipers. It's crazy. And then you have the fact that you got all these other people taking advantage of the fact that you're so heavily influenced by bullshit on social media and celebrity. It's like, it just needs to stop. And when I say those things, I need you to take that shit and apply it how it's supposed to be applied and what it's supposed to be applied to. Everything I just spoke to you about applies to that girl with that whole bullshit about who did she married and this 50-something part series, because she's playing to your relationship and marriage desperation. She's playing to your insecurity about being a black woman, and you indoctrinating and believing and convincing yourself that all this wicked, ridiculous shit that these black males have been talking about you on social media and in real life society for the last 30 years, 3 decades, you actually believe that shit to be a part of who you are. And this is why all this bullshit is going on. Whereas if you would literally understand and truly believe I can do bad all by myself, because it's definitely true. If y'all want to fuck up your lives, you don't need those motherfuckers to help you out with it. You could really do it by yourself. By getting on drugs, by not working, by just letting yourself go, becoming homeless, killing yourself, getting on drugs, drinking, doing all types of degenerate shit, and you'll be dead before you know it. That is what's meant by I can do bad all by myself. Because when you let yourself go and you let any and everything happen to you, you're on your way out of here. So that is what that means. And why would you allow another person to come into your life and do those things to you to help tear down everything that you have built or that you have thus far, only because they want to come leech off of you what they can't get for themselves? You got to start seeing this shit for what it is. And that girl's story is all nothing but an extenuating factor of the desperation for I need to want to talk about relationships, want to be in one, want to have one, want to feel insecure and convince myself of the shit that these fool, dumbass black males are on here saying about me is actually true. That's all that comes with all that bullshit. And it comes a time where y'all need to let that shit go. Just let it go. Let it go. But you not. Because you got to sit up here and actually give credence and start to really believe in the dumb shit they telling you, which is what they want you to do. With this, all of a sudden now it's this silly shit. And they come up with different slogans and different scripts every few months, right? So this week and today it is, you need to get in a relationship with a broke ass, bum ass, dusty ass fucking black male, old or young, because if you don't, remember ladies, those of you between 18 and 25, you don't hit the wall no more. No, the new shit is, okay, now you age like, molded, rotten milk, molded milk, bad milk, whatever. Now you age like bad milk, right? And they supposed to be aged like wine, which is bullshit. They don't fucking go to the doctor. Half of them got diabetes. 99.9% of them motherfuckers is on a narcotic and alcoholic and into all types of in the street shit, nigga shit going on where they about to get their lives taken at any minute. Gambling, drug trafficking, human trafficking, all type of ignorant shit. And they really expect you to sit up here and go, oh, I gotta really listen to this bullshit they're selling on here because, I really need a motherfucker to come into my life and fuck it up and accidentally beat me half to death. Or better yet, like a video I had just seen on, what was that, Viral Crimes, I think it was, or True Crimes, where this black woman, now she dead, so I'm not going to talk shit about her, I'm just going to tell you the story. She was with this abusive black dude for 11 years. 11 years going back and forth with him, beating her ass, fucking her up, damn near killing her till the very last time he beat her up and actually did kill her. Left behind one little boy. This is what they want you to do. They want you to throw away common sense and self-preservation for ignorance, fantasy, and no fucking expectations of what they're supposed to do as supposed black males trying to be men. It's all bullshit. But what they think is that if they come on YouTube enough and they try to socialize this concept of if black women don't get involved in a relationship when they're young, so a person could baby trap them and pretty much use and abuse them and psychologically get them addicted to a person who's beating their ass, like this lady who I'm telling you about that was dealing with this bum ass nigga for 11 years off and on, and all he was doing was beating the dog shit out of her, buying her flowers, saying I'm sorry, and then getting back together with her to beat her ass again. It was the complete triangle of domestic violence abuse. When you look that up, it is stages of domestic violence, right? And either stages or levels, one of the two. That lady, she was experiencing every one of them. Because when you listen to her story, and all you got to do is just go all over to all the pages that cover black femicide. Because now, all these pages that cover black femicide, outside of what Rosa was doing, they're using it as a cash cow now too. It's no integrity in what they're doing. They're just telling these stories about these women's lives and their very horrifically unfortunate, horrible deaths as a way to make money. They don't care about the fact that this is a fucked up thing, and the reason that you show these videos is for you to try to garner up support and advocacy for different changes in the law when it comes to domestic violence against black women by black males especially. They're not doing that. They're not even putting in a small disclaimer or a note after the fucking video to say, you know, the same thing they do when you watch any movie about domestic violence, and then before the movie is over and the credits roll, they'll throw in a whole little quick montage about domestic violence, where you could get help, how it's important, the national hotline number, and everything that basically a little review of the different things that happens to victims of domestic violence and why it makes it difficult for them to get away. They don't even do that, which is what they should do. It's too easy to do. Like, when you have these channels, Black Girl Unlost, Black Girl Gone, Leia, viral crimes, true crimes, crazy crimes, or every kind of crime you could think of, right? They got it. At the end of all those videos, they need to start telling people. They brought back the bill to protect black women and little girls. Remember that HR bill? I can't remember the number right now. They brought that back. They're trying to revive that. They should, right? And you also have 2 more bills where they're dealing with the Ebony. Remember the Ebony and the new Ebony alert? Dealing with that. Dealing with the human trafficking of our young girls in California, where it is completely out of control. And all over in every state, they're trying to address with another law the black women that are missing, gone without a trace, and people don't know if they're killed or if they've been trafficked or if they literally fell off a cliff somewhere and no one was around to know. So these are all the things that these women and other people can do, all right, to try to combat a lot of this fuckery with trying to convince and brainwash black women into being in relationships with broke, dusty, have nothing, but I want to take advantage of black women and girls, motherfuckers who come on here all day and night, month after month, with a new gimmick to try to get women to get in relationships, black women to get in relationships with them, because black women are not fucking with them the way that they used to. And so they got to come on here and pump it into your head to try to get you into relationships with them where they could end up being the homosexual on your couch, running up your fucking lights, your light bill, water bill, food bill, don't pay the rent, get your ass evicted. This is what they live for. Have kids by you, try to trap you, manipulate you, control you, beat you half to death, treat you like you a sexual slave. Listen, y'all need to do yourselves a favor. Leave them motherfuckers alone because they're dangerous. And get away from them and understand that they're no good. You don't need to be in relationships with them at all. Don't have children with them. Don't fuck with them in any way in your life. Stop letting people come onto YouTube like that woman with the 50 fucking parts of her story about being a dumbass, being taken advantage of by a fucking dusty dumbass. Is too much. It's this, the fucking whole shit is so surreal. Like I said, when I first heard it and first saw it, I said, she just probably saw an old fucking story about that show and embellished that shit and used it. Kudos to her, because her motivation behind doing that probably was because of the fact that whenever intelligent black women get on YouTube and try to really discuss real things that concern black women that are not fantasy driven, or what else can I say? Not fantasy driven, or not really about stuff that is just stupid to talk about, completely ridiculous and has no impact at all in anything. Like people having a conversation about any of those celebrity women. I'm trying to think of that really dysfunctional girl with the little baby. I don't really know these people, so I don't know their names like that. But anyway, instead of talking about people you have no influence over and you won't ever be in a situation where you can help them correct themselves, stop fucking talking about them. And start thinking about real life shit and things that really concern you in life. Like, there's a fucking election going on now. You should be out here getting your ass to the polls and voting for Democrats to make sure they change shit around and give you what you need in this fucking world. Because you know Republicans are not going to do it, because there is literally a Republican running for office who wants to get rid of democracy. He literally said the way to fix the world is to get rid of democracy, and he believes in dictatorship. So basically, essentially what he's saying is only white people should have anything in life and everybody should go back to slavery or not having anything. And there are white people voting for this dude. So this is the shit y'all need to be concerned with. You need to also go on to other international news channels on YouTube and on cable, if you still have cable, or on streaming, and find out what the fuck Chinese people or China is doing right now that you didn't know about. Korea and everything else, because these are the things in life that really affect you in your everyday. They influence everything around you. But you're not doing that. You're on here having 1,000 fucking conversations about one person. One fucking person who successfully conned you into doing whatever the fuck it was they wanted you to do for them. Black women, oh my God, if y'all don't really stop with all of this fantasy-driven bullshit. Like, black males are a loss. It's a bust. They're not trying to do anything for you, which is why they come on here and convince you every day of the fact that you're supposed to let them do whatever they want to you and around you for free. Right? The world is changing. Getting a job, finding some place to live, having some place to live where you can afford to stay there and live well is becoming more difficult every day. You should be concerned with that. You should be talking about that. You should be doing something about that. You should be getting a better education and training for that, right? I mean, It's going on all around us. Here in New York City, Harlem, because this is Black History Month, Harlem used to be the mecca of black excellence, or just black existence, right? They're trying to get rid of all the black people in Harlem. As it is right now, there are more people with money who are non-black moving there to try to take away everything that you have as a base of reference or a source of support. And instead of you guys trying to work on stopping that or doing something about that, like standing behind the federal rent control law, you're not doing that. You're not having conversations about that on YouTube when you should. Because I have given that information to you more than enough times, where if you backed something that would actually have a positive, beneficial impact on your life, you wouldn't have to worry about these fools when they come on here, and these women trying to convince you to do things that are against your best interest, which is getting in relationships with black males, hurting yourself, putting yourself in perpetual poverty, endless poverty, baby trapping, domestic violence, and your fucking inevitable killing. Come on, man. Think about all that shit I just said. Whenever you see those black women or it's usually black young girls on here with that bullshit about you're hitting the wall. If you don't get one of these guys, your biological clock is going to run out. What is the other dumb shit they're talking about? After a certain age, your eggs are not as good as they used to be. All this crazy shit white people have come up with to try to scare you into breeding children as fast as you can, so that you continue to feed the American machine of abusing black people for white people's fucking profit and benefit. I spoke to y'all about this more than once. And that you should be reading Dr. Claude Anderson's book, right? What is it? Oh, what is that? Black Labor, White Wealth, right? Just read any of his books, and it explains all that shit to you, right? But this is all the things that you should automatically think about and go from one extended factor to the other whenever any woman, black woman or girl is on here, or black dude of any age is on here talking to you about you need to get in a relationship with a black dude because they age like wine, and women, aka black women, age like spoiled, rotting, or bad milk, which is bullshit. Like, we age the best out of all fucking women. All fucking women, okay? And to prove it, I'm going to put a clip in here of Bo Talley. She actually started working out at home during the COVID, and she has a great body. Wendy Eder. And that other lady, Ernestine, I'll try to find her too. But then you got me. But, y'all try to diss me and play me, but it's true. I'm fucking beautiful. And I'm going to be beautiful for a long fucking time. And I ain't no fat motherfucker who's out of shape, and you know that too. But I don't need to get on camera and show you how big my ass is or how flat my stomach is, because that's not important. What's important is the fact that you are supposed to know that if you want anything in life, you have to stay away from all things and people who are detrimental to you and who are going to get in your fucking way of you getting that. And that is black males. Any fucking group of dudes who don't have nothing else to do all day but be on fucking line, talking down about you, dehumanizing you, and trying to bash you to every other man in the world is not a motherfucker you need to be bothered with. Okay? It's as simple as that. I'm going to go back to sleep now. Bye.
Courageously began sharing her workouts and the story of her life on social media. As she shared her struggles and triumphs, Bo's presence on social media blossomed, propelling her from a vigilant mom monitoring online activities to a bona fide fitness influencer and role model, inspiring countless others along the way. Her story is a testament of the transformative
like a
power.
villain rolling down the Indian Ocean. I just left Seychelles, a beautiful island, and now I am headed to Kenya, a place where I've wanted to go for a very long time. I am so excited. But it's nothing better than rolling down the ocean and de-stressing, meditating, doing what I do best, powering down so I can power up later on, ready to go at 'em. I am so appreciative. I am so in deep gratitude and feeling very blessed. All right.
I say my devotions, then I'll eat. I will eat 10 egg whites. Finally, she came to me one day and she said, "You know what we're going to do?" She said, "We're going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records as two of the oldest female bodybuilders. And what's going to happen, we have something else. We'll be sisters." So we went on back and worked hard. Within a year's time, she said, "If anything were to happen to me, I would want you to keep this up." She was having some kind of health problems, but I didn't know that she was at the time. She had a brain aneurysm. When she died, I went to pieces. I didn't want to do anything. I ended up with high blood pressure, panic attacks, acid reflux, depression. It was just an awful way to live. But finally, one day, my sister came to me in a dream, and she said, "Get up and do what I asked you to do." I didn't get up right away. It took me maybe a good 2 weeks after that. I made up my mind that I was going to fulfill the dream that my sister wanted.
Okay, so I hope you see now what I mean when I say, please stop listening to these women and these black males on here on YouTube trying to trap you into poverty, trap you into ridiculousness in life, and living a bad life, and having them there to beat on you, try to control you, and just traumatize you into being nothing. Okay? You see, everything that they say or that they expect of you is a lie, and it is not for your better. It's not for your benefit. It's not to make you better or do anything good for you in any way. It's just to abuse you. The sooner you understand that and let go of this crazy fucking loyalty that you have to these fucking bums that don't want anything out of life, the better off you will be. I hope you let Ernestine Shepherd, who's 87, Wendy Ida, who's 77 or some shit like that, and Bo Talley, who's also in her fucking 70s, go to show you that black don't crack. So all that shit they're telling you about, oh, you hit the wall between if you over 25 because the only women that count are 18 to 25. Yeah, those are the only women that count. To bum ass, broke ass dudes that want to try to mentally manipulate young women who haven't had enough life experience to tell them motherfuckers to hit the road, Jack. Get your ass out of here. Don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Because he ain't offering shit. He ain't offering shit but an ass full of cum, a baby to keep you tied to them, a balled up fist to knock you around, the fucking house at his pleasure, for his pleasure. I mean, come on. Or at his will. For what? What do you need that bullshit for? And for them to try to disrespect you every way possible every day of your life, just because you managed to do something they couldn't, whatever that thing may be. Graduate from school, have a college degree, have a decent career or a decent job path, whatever it is. Have a family that cares about you when nobody gave a fuck about them. This is real shit that these dudes harbor in their fucking sick minds, and how they run around harassing and trying to hurt people and literally kill black women and children every day, every 4 to fucking 5 hours of the day. And well, you all know it, due to black femicide. And the best thing that's happening right now is the fact that not only do black women know it, but now representatives know it. And black women representatives are actually making these motherfuckers get up and begin to do something about it. So we're going to see those laws start rolling out soon too, and I can't fucking wait. I hope it's bigger than the 1990s crime bill, where it cleans the whole fucking street of these bastards off, where there are no more abductions, no more sex trafficking, no more child homicides, no more black femicide. I'm so sick of those motherfuckers, and so sick of people coming on YouTube trying to defend and support their agenda to tear down black women and girls, and to keep us stuck in a level of poverty that doesn't need to be, because these pieces of trash will never go to school, get an education, learn to care about something other than themselves, and take care of community. Black women, please, y'all, wake up one day and let black males become a thing of the past. Let them, in the month of February, Black History Month, let them officially become Black History, where you don't fuck with them no more. I'm dead serious. You need to get away from these dudes. They ain't worth shit. Every month they come in with a new fucking gimmick to make you feel like you need to be with them. You don't need to be with them or any other dude that is trying to act like and trying to be like them. Please do yourself a favor. Get yourself somebody else that actually cares about you and wants shit out of life the way you do. See y'all later. I'm tired.